Hey team, in today's video we are meal prepping again. Last time when I uploaded the meal prep video, you guys absolutely loved it, so I thought let's do another one. Let's motivate and inspire each other to meal and food prep and work on becoming the healthiest versions of ourselves. So let's get straight into this video, team. I also want to show you a few steps that I do before I meal prep, and I hope it helps a lot of you. So let's get straight into it. Let's go. Leo is behind the camera now. Hello, Leo! And she helps me filming so I can fully concentrate on showing you on how to start your meal prep journey. So the first thing that I always do is a little checkup. What do I have in my fridge? What do I have in my kitchen? What can I use in the next days and in the next week? So let's quickly check what we have. Right now, this is all I have. Sauerkraut and kimchi and feta and a little bit of vegetables. But yeah, there's definitely room for grocery shopping, and I think I need to grocery shop. But the first thing that I do is I write down what I have, and then I can also see what can I meal prep with it, and also how can I use these things for the future meal prep and combine it all together. You can write down and be as old school as I am. You can write down your groceries with a pen and a piece of paper, or I just write it down here in my journal. The way I write the things down is, number one, as you have seen in the other video and today as well, you will see I have a bunch of vegetables. So I don't even write down what kind of veggies I need now. I just write down, get a bunch of veggies, get some healthy proteins, for example, tofu, chicken, or other forms of protein. And then I get some carbs, fats, proteins. I always make sure I have those three things ready for my meal prep and all the veggies. And then sometimes I think of real recipes. So not just preparing veggies. I also think in a way of what kind of recipes do I want to make? For example, last time I made soy bolognese. So what do I need for soy bolognese? I need soy, the soy chunks. I need tomato sauce, onions. So I write down the ingredients, what I need for this. I always have some recipe ideas in my head, and then I try to make my own version of it, and then I share it with you, and then I hope you like it too. But that's the way how it works for me. It works really, really good. But honestly, I need a rough grocery list. Otherwise, I end up being there and I'm like, what should I buy now? I don't even know. And then this is another really important step. I always grab my own bags with me. So I always have my own bags with me when I go grocery shopping. I don't want to buy grocery bags because I want to save some money. And I sometimes think like when they just have plastic bags, I think it's not really needed. You can always grab some reusable bags, take it with you, save some money, you do something good for the environment, and you put all your groceries in there. And now we are hopping to Future Anna. Future Anna shows us what kind of ingredients, so all the groceries that she got, and what she's meal prepping. Future Anna, let's go. For the meal prepping today, I'm so ready. I'm so organized today. I have planned out the meals that I need. I went grocery shopping, I got all the groceries, and this is exciting. I hope you meal prep with me, so either now or later. Meal prepping has a lot of benefits, and we should do it because it saves us a lot of time throughout the week. So let's get into it. I want to be a bit quicker than last time. The last meal prep video I did, it took so long because I haven't had structure. I haven't had a plan like I have today. Today I have a plan. I promise, I have a plan. I'm bringing in the protein sources for the next week. Tofu. Then I have feta cheese and some other cheese because I want to prep some feta zucchini muffins. And some zucchini pizza bites with the cheese here. I want to be strategic today to be actually efficient and quick and super fast. So I want to start with prepping all the vegetables and putting them in the oven. While I do that, I think I can already start preparing the rice. I never know how to cook rice, so I need the package very quick. 1 cup of rice with 1 cup of water, and then we heat it up. And then you have to leave it there for like 15 minutes, and then you let it rest for extra 20 minutes. Well, this is the rice that I have. It's white sticky rice. I love sticky rice so much more than a normal one. All right, let's put in the rice. And then let's put in the water. And then we put on the top. And then we let it cook. Okay, my vegetables are not washed, so I should do that right now. I do 2 zucchinis and 1 butternut squash. Let's wash it first. Whoa. And then we also need a knife. Potatoes are already washed, I promise. I have this big kitchen, but I still feel like today that the kitchen isn't big enough. I think it's just because I'm a little chaotic. That's the only problem. Because there are so many people meal prepping in a way smaller kitchen and they don't struggle. So I think I have a little organization problems. Also here I have all the Tupperware already prepared. Oh, why do I prepare it with this ring on? It actually hurts. So I'm gonna remove it. Oh, this is already boiling. Today I tried to make new recipes, different recipes than last time. I mean, it's the same structure than last time, like the same principle. I have my veggies, I have my... Oh, this is like an arm workout, seriously. I'm so happy I didn't train arms today. I just trained glutes. We have the same issue than last time. The chopping board is floating. It's all over the place. So we grab a bit of a wet tissue and then put it underneath. And then it doesn't float around anymore. This is a bit crazy. Did you know that you can eat the butternut squash with the outside, with the schale? But you have to remove the seeds. We don't want the seeds. Oh no. Shit. I actually think it takes the longest to cut all the vegetables. But sometimes, I don't know if you have ever seen in my Instagram videos, I cut my vegetables into really, really cute things like hearts or other shapes. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree, but I think cutting vegetables is a bit like meditation. So meditating for me is not necessarily like I'm sitting somewhere and I have my eyes closed. It can also be something like that here, like just being in my kitchen and cutting my vegetables and just breathing, being present, being in the moment. This to me is my kind of meditation. It can also be something like going out for a walk. This to me works so much better than sitting somewhere. And what was that? Something was crawling down my leg, I swear. I hope it wasn't a spider or something like that. I quickly put the butternut squash here. I quickly need to poops. Sorry, I was eating sauerkraut again. I actually filmed the vlog the other day and I was eating sauerkraut. I don't know, it's not good for my digestion and bloating and farting, but I was eating it today. It's just so healthy, you know, healthy food can also bloat you and make you feel a little bit gassy, and this is exactly what happens to me right now. So I'm sorry if you hear a few funny noises while I'm meal prepping. I'm sorry, but I'm also just a human being. I'm also just a girl, like everyone else. I just quickly show you, I put all the butternut squash here on this baking tray, which is actually out of silicone. So it's a silicone baking tray. So good. You just put your vegetables on it. You don't need a baking paper or anything. You just put it on top like this, and then you can wash it and reuse as many times as you want. I'm adding some olive oil here, and then I'm also adding some spices, and then I just put it in the oven. So easy. It's actually a lot. Let's spread it out. Oh no. We put it in the oven. There are some spices. I have to show you the spice that I was using. You get it in Germany here. It's called Pommesgewürz. And then we just close here. Goodbye. See you in like 40 minutes. The spice that I'm talking about, Pommesgewürzsalz, which in English means spice for fries. This is so delicious. It smells really good. It's salt with pepper, garlic, and some other fun things. I love just spices so much. I used to work with them for a really long time. We are not working together anymore, which is sad, but I still buy the spices because they're delicious. Before I keep going, cutting here the Brussels sprouts and the zucchini, I prepare the next carb protein source for the week, which is red lentil pasta. I think that's available almost anywhere. Maybe you have to just buy a different brand. But yeah, I don't know, in the last couple of years, there was so much pasta coming out. For example, chickpea pasta, pea pasta, lentil pasta, all types of pastas. I love it because it's high in protein. It has a lot of protein in it. It also has some good carbs in it. I just love it. And it takes literally just 6 to 7 minutes. That's it. We need hot water. So let's get some hot water. Brussels sprouts is also one of the vegetables that makes me feel a little bit bloated. Quickly, the lentil pasta. Let's pop it in. 6 to 7 minutes. I need a timer for that. I have no idea how long 6 to 7 minutes is, but here's the clock. I'm gonna put it out here in like 7 minutes. Without timer, I really hope I don't mess this up. But talking about Brussels sprouts and feeling bloated, it's a topic that I want to talk about today because you guys keep sending me questions about bloating and if I have any tips and if I also feel bloated sometimes. The truth is, yes, I do feel bloated sometimes. I don't want to normalize it because there are some reasons why I feel bloated sometimes. As an example, when I eat certain kind of foods, and this can also be healthy foods like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, actually high in fiber foods. They make me feel so gassy. I think the worst to me is actually Brussels sprouts, but I love them so much. And sometimes I just don't eat that many then, and then it's okay for me. If I feel a little bit bloated, yeah, then I'm honest, like I think it's okay as long as it doesn't feel super uncomfortable and it distracts you from just living life happy and healthy. Oh, with the lentil pasta, you gotta be so careful. Oh my God, what's happening here? We put it on a baking tray, add some olive oil, add some spices, and then we are ready to go. Making sure every zucchini and every Brussels sprout gets some olive oil. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think if you add a little bit of oil on your vegetables, it is actually super good for your digestion, and it's good to make sure that your body takes all the vitamins and nutrients from the veggies. So make sure to add a bit of olive oil and make sure to add a little bit of salt or a lot of salt, otherwise it doesn't taste good. I add a bit of pizza spice. Pizza. Hey, this is new. I can't open it. Oh, shit, I totally forgot this lentil pasta. No. No. Cheers. Bye. See you later. I'm a bit all over the place, excited to show you the next thing that I'm preparing. This was one of my favorites years ago. I have zucchini slices here, pretty thick. So you have to cut them pretty thick, and then you put all of them on a baking tray with baking paper. Like this. And then we add this tomato sauce, but the thick one. You can't use the thin tomato sauce. You need the thick one, like this. Take a zucchini and then add this tomato sauce. Pretty thick, and make sure it's spread out, somehow like this. And then you add it on every single zucchini. This recipe is perfect for a snack or as a side dish or a late night snack when you watch Netflix and you want to eat something healthy but yummy. So we have the tomato sauce on it. Now we add cheese and pizza spice, and that's it. And then you have zucchini pizza bites. This is a lactose-free cheese, but you can use any cheese. You can use mozzarella, you can also use parmesan, you can use lactose-free, normal, whatever cheese you want. I don't know if it tastes bomb with feta. I really don't know. I mean, you can try it. You can try it and tell me how it tastes like. You can also use vegan cheese if you are a vegan. I'm adding all the cheese now because I anyways want to get rid of it. some pizza spice. Let's go. And then this is how it looks like. You just have to put it in the oven and bake it. I love these. I love these so much because it's so easy. Over here, I move on with my proteins. Tofu. I love tofu. I love tofu a lot. And tofu like this tastes actually like nothing. It tastes really, really boring. So you have to get creative with how you marinate it. I have my own new favorite marinade, which I don't even know if it's a recipe. I mixed it together yesterday and it was so delicious and so good that I want to do it again. I put in sriracha, gochujang, and soy sauce. These three things we put in a bowl and then we marinate the tofu with it. Easy peasy. Anna's recipe is squeezy. A big teaspoon, maybe a bit more. This is super spicy, so you have to be super careful. And then soy sauce and sriracha. This is the ultimate spice. If you don't like spicy food, you don't like this, so don't eat it. Then you have to find another marinade. But I actually love spicy food a lot. So this is my spicy marinade. Excuse me, how good do these pizza bites look? Whoa. Wow, 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 wow. This is a recipe that you just have to try. Wow, I'm like shocked. They turned out 10 out of 10. Here we are with a grater, zucchini grater, vegetable grater, whatever grater. I bought it yesterday. Pretty happy about this purchase. And now I grate. Why do I do it here and not straight into the bowl? Great, 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 great. Seriously, I think I'm training my arms a lot today. What else do we need? Eggs, 4 eggs. I want to prep 4 muffins. So my calculation is 4 eggs. Then I have 120 grams of flour. Let's add the flour. Let's already add some garlic and salt. If I don't add the spices now, then I forget. So often I forget to add salt and then I'm like, it tastes a bit boring. I totally forgot to keep talking about my bloating tips. So there are certain foods that make me feel bloated, even though they're super healthy. And it's usually, as I said before, the foods that are high in fiber. I personally don't think that it's bad to be bloated sometimes. Like, it's normal. It's normal for every single one. And what I do and what really helped me to be a little bit less bloated, I try to eat mindful. And what I mean by that is I try to eat when I eat. So I try to be less on my phone. I try to focus on eating and chewing the food, and it really helps to be less bloated. There are also some other tips. For example, you shouldn't drink and eat at the same time, especially like one thing that you should try to avoid is sparkling water. I don't know, sparkling water to me, it makes me feel so bloated. Even though I love sparkling water, like I try to eat a little bit less. And then last but not least, girls, your hormones can also have such a big impact on your stomach, on your bloating, on feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Like once a month, I have the phase where I have a belly like this. It's so bloated. And yeah, this is due to hormones. But because I'm aware of it, I'm not stressing that much about it. And I don't feel bad about it. I'm like, this is how it is. Sometimes I wear a little bit of a bigger oversized shirt because I personally feel more comfortable when I'm super bloated to just wear something that's a little bit more oversized. But I just want you to know that you don't have to hide your bloated stomach because it's normal and It happens to all of us. And I think it helps if you try to understand why you're bloated. So maybe it's hormones, maybe it's foods that you eat, or maybe it's that you're just eating too fast and you're distracted with a lot of other things when you're eating. Zucchini feta muffins, of course, also need feta. I cut the feta in little pieces and then I put like 80% of the pieces into the dough here. And the other 20% that's left, I put on top of the muffins. So this here I put on top, or maybe these two. And the other ones here I put into the dough. Let's put it in here and then mix it like underneath. By the way, you can add whatever spices you want. You could also add pepper or other things, whatever you want. You can also use any flour that you want. You can use oat flour, chickpea flour. I want to try it with coconut flour. It could taste really good, like the sweet coconut flour and a little bit of salt. It would be like sweet and salty. I used buckwheat flour today, which I also really like. And I had like this package left that I really wanted to use. Wow, I think it's amazing. It's perfect. Turned out really, really good today. This is how it looks like. And now I put it into these muffin forms. You know what I forgot? I forgot the baking powder. But I just checked, I don't even have baking powder. But please, if you make these, add a bit of baking powder. It's called like that, right? Backpulver. Because then they get big and fluffy and really good. But I think also without, they're gonna turn out brilliant. I only have these 3 forms here. Just sad, so I have to use this. But for this, you should add a bit of oil on the side. Otherwise, it's gonna be sticky. Just a bit of olive oil on the side. And then I add some feta on top. And also because it looks good, some pumpkin seeds. Just to make them look cute. If you try any of my meal prep recipes, then I want to see it. Then please, 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 if you have Instagram, share it on Instagram and tag Growing Ananas, my Instagram channel, because then I can see it and then I can reshare it and then the whole community sees it, which I think is really cool. Also, if you don't have Instagram, let me know down in the comments if you tried one of the recipes and if you like them. Wow, I'm so happy. They look so cute. I can't turn it around because then I have a problem. Here we go. It's time to bake them. Let's put it in the oven. A quick reality check, because last time you also loved the reality check. Of course, everything when you meal prep is a little chaos and it's messy, as you can see here. And then also here is the tofu and then here is a little bit more chaos. This is the reality of meal prepping and I don't want to hide it. I so bad want to try these now. A little break and then we have one more recipe. Whoa. It's just really watery. Can you see the water coming out? Because it's zucchini. Last but not least, something sweet. We haven't made anything sweet, like we have to make something. I pour a whole yogurt pot here into this bowl. Here's the yogurt that I'm using. It's a plant-based one. I put protein powder, vegan chocolate protein powder into the yogurt. Then I also add chia seeds, 40 grams of chia seeds. And I think what I'm doing here needs way more liquid. Well, it's so thick, it's like a cream. And then, really important, chocolate powder. This is raw cacao powder. I add 2 massive teaspoons. And then we mix it. You can also put it in a blender. You could put this in a blender if you don't like the chia seed consistency, but I love it, to be honest. Whoa, so thick already. I think I add almond milk. I thought I can make 4 of these, but I think it's just 2 of these. I'm just adding a little bit of almond milk. because it looks so thick. The vegan protein powder makes everything really thick. I mean, I tell you this in every single video when I use protein powder for cooking or baking or to make my yogurt bowls. By the way, I know a lot of you don't want to use protein powder, and that's totally okay. The chia seeds already has a lot of protein. You can sweeten this recipe then or any other recipe with mashed banana or maple syrup. Oh yeah, now it looks so much better. Now I put it into these glasses and then I can eat it throughout the week. It's really like chocolate pudding. To be completely honest, I can use even more liquid. So I just pour more liquid in here now and then I mix it. The thing is, if you leave it in the fridge overnight, for example, it's gonna get even thicker because the chia seeds, it takes a bit until they open up, right? So we have to add a lot of liquid. I think this is not really sweet, so don't expect it to be super sweet. But if you add, I don't know, fruits, things like banana or dates or proper chocolate, like Kinder chocolate or something, then I have a chocolate pudding with chocolate. You could eat this as breakfast or you could eat it as dessert or snack. I think I will eat these especially as a dessert throughout the week. I love chia seed pudding. Also keeps me full for a really, really long time. It is really healthy. It is really yummy, and that's why I love them. Chia seed pudding number 1. And then I need a Spachtel. A Spachtel. And then we spachtel, spachtel, spachtel the spoon off. Spachtel, spachtel, spachtel. And then I make the last steps today. Yay! Now, please, can you come and help me cleaning up? Please, please, please. That would be such a nice deal. I do the cooking and you do the cleaning up. And if you help cleaning up, I'm gonna share half of my food with you. Please help me cleaning up. Chocolate pudding is done for the next days. Now this is everything that I've meal prepped today. Let's have a look at everything. The red lentil pasta, rice. I also want to show you the muffins that turned out so good. Perfect. And then the pizza bites, chocolate pudding, tofu, and some vegetables. This is perfect to mix and match different kind of things together next week. Thank you all so much for watching today. I really hope you feel inspired to try some of the recipes. I hope you feel motivated right now to get your veggies and put it in the oven and bake it for a few minutes. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and meal prepping with me, becoming every day a tiny little bit better. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. And now you get your big, big, big team hug. I almost forgot. It just popped into my head. A few of you asked last time, how long do the meals actually last in the fridge? And let me tell you, it's different. It's different for everything. So it depends on what kind of recipe you made, what kind of veggies or fruits or food you made. It really depends. My number 1 tip is to open up the box, and if it smells a little bit weird, then don't eat it anymore. I think around 4 to 5 days is something that I meal prep for or in advance. So I prep for around 4 or 5 days. If I still have so much food left and I feel like, oh, it could go bad, then I put it in the freezer. And in the freezer, it lasts for a really, really long time. I hope this answers your questions. If you have other questions, you know what to do. Write it down in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Bye!